This is a podcast of 98FM's Dublin Talks. Remember, catch the show live Monday to Friday at 10 a.m.
98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy.
98FM. I'm Adrian Kennedy, and that man there is Mr. Darren Cleary.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Darren. How are we
Say
today?
hello, everybody. It's just me and Adrian in a very small room with a Facebook camera.
That's basically it, yeah.
So, hello, Adrian.
Hello, Darren.
Hello,
How are
everyone
you?
on the Facebook camera and on the radio, of course.
Absolutely. Now, there's a bit of controversy over the new colours for our beloved Dublin buses. Have you heard this row?
I followed this story. I heard a senator or some kind of politician get overworked about the colours there earlier on today in the news.
John the Hart is his name,
yes.
And he's not happy. He thinks they're bland. He thinks it says nothing about Dublin. I have to say, Mr. John the Hart, I couldn't disagree with you more. I actually think the colours are brilliant.
The current colours have nothing to do with Dublin. Big yellow things.
Yeah.
Big yellow hippo buses.
Yeah, I happen to think that the new colours, for those of you who haven't seen the colours, have we got that up on Twitter there, lads, yeah? Yes. It's up on our Twitter. If you check out our Twitter page at Dublin Talks 98FM, on there you will find a photograph of what the new buses will look like. Okay? Now, Darren, I'm going to show you this photograph and see what you think of the new colours. Okay, there you go. There's a photograph of the new colours. What do you think?
It doesn't look right at the moment, but I think it's more Dublin than the current buses.
So do I.
It's a nice shade of Dublin blue.
Yep, and that's
the
what I like
green
about it.
I'm not mad on. The green and the white I'm not mad on.
Okay, so it's a blue bus. It's would you call that royal blue? You probably would.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, and then it has a white stripe down along the side of the bus and a kind of a greeny coloured stripe down along the side of the bus. But the overwhelming colour of the bus is blue, and it's Dublin blue. It's the colour of your Dublin jersey is the best way to describe it, isn't it? It's the exact
I
colour.
think that's the right colour of the Dublin jersey.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Dublin bus on it, which is, I think, the part a lot of people are upset at.
Well, there are 10% of the routes are going to be franchised out, so it will be the same colour for for any company that is running buses in Dublin, basically. So if it's Dublin Bus, they'll have that colour. If it's Go Ahead, they'll have that colour as well. They'll all look the same still, even though it might be different companies.
Why do we have to have uniform buses anyway, especially if it's different companies?
Because it gets a little bit confusing. You want to know, if you go to London, for example, all of the buses are run by loads of different companies, but they're all red. You know them straight away. You know a London bus when you see it, it's red. Yeah, so there's no confusion. Doesn't matter what company. For the punters don't care what company is running the routes.
Yeah, but do the company not care about having a strong brand?
I think the brand has to be Dublin.
I agree. That's why I'm saying that no matter who is franchised to run the route, they should be running the Dublin bus, like the Dart. If they subcontracted out some of the Dart lines, which I know they won't, but they couldn't rename it the Bart, the Shart.
No, they couldn't really, yeah. Have a look. I'd love to know. It's on our Twitter right now at Dublin Talks 98FM. Have a look and let us know what you think. I mean, the very first comment about it says blue is better. And my opinion, and you can just imagine if you can't even get onto Twitter to have a look at the photograph, it is the overriding colour of the bus is the same colour as your Dublin jersey. It's the same blue as your Dublin jersey. The one that you go to the matches with this year, that's the colour of our buses. Now, I think that is our colour. I think that's the colour of Dublin.
I prefer to the big yellow buses we got motoring around the city at the moment. I do. I honestly have to say I do.
Okay, here's what I want to do. We want to find out if you've seen the photograph, or even if you haven't, what do you think of the new colour for Dublin buses being blue? Okay, so at the moment we've a navy blue and yellow colour on the buses. It's a hideous yellow, actually. But they're going to be changing to blue. and it's the blue of your Dublin jersey. Yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. What do you think of blue being the new colour for the Dublin buses? These will be rolled out next from August onwards, as far as I know.
Yeah,
Okay?
so do you want Sky Dublin blue, the dark Dublin blue, or do you want dehydrated urine yellow? That's your choice, Dublin.
Here's what John the Hart had to say, because he was none too happy. He said the changes will result in the evisceration of an iconic brand, and pledge that he and his colleagues in Fianna Fáil will fight against it tooth and nail. He really got vexed about this. He claimed the new look will be rolled out across all service providers over time and could ultimately become a means of moving towards greater privatisation. He says, I think the brand is worth defending and fighting for. Well, his issue is also that it's going to spread across any companies running services in Dublin.
Good to see we've got our best man on it. And he's not too busy to, being in power, to take time out and worry about what colour the buses are painted.
Yep.
I'm sure the electorate will be heartened to know that he's got his finger on the pulse, and the issue really affecting Dubliners is at the forefront of his mind.
Now, they are saying that a spokesperson for the National Transport Authority confirmed new branding and colouring on buses in Dublin will start arriving in August, but the new colours have not been finalised. Even though we do have a rendered version of what they would look like. But anyway, yes or no, text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. Our new buses, they're just going to be painted basically. They will be blue. And the best way I can describe the shade of blue, it's the shade of blue that you have on your Dublin jersey. What do you think? Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. Darren, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Darren?
How are you doing?
Darren, you're saying that this blue is the national colour of Ireland.
Yeah, green is not the national colour of Ireland. The national colour of Ireland is St. Patrick's blue.
Poor Darren's
It's
colourblind, I
always
think.
been. That's how all the carpets in Leinster House are that colour. I remember hearing it before to school.
Are you sure they're not just dirty from years of use?
Probably, yeah. Some dirty politicians.
Hang on, St. Patrick's blue.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm looking at this now. Oh, I see that, yeah. But is that not from the days that we were...
No, that's always been the national colour of Ireland, but even before green, it was just the Republicans.
Yeah,
were
he's
green.
got
That's
you
how
there,
it always
Adrian.
considered.
He's absolutely
The
right.
Order of St. Patrick was established... yeah, it is blue. Anyway, what do you think of the blue? Our buses being blue in Dublin?
It's better than the yellow going around.
The yellow is hideous, isn't it?
Oh, it's dirty.
And I remember when they were being introduced first, we had complaints from people giving out yards about the yellow, saying it's just hideous looking.
Did they not replace
Oh,
a
it
really
is. So I
dark
suppose
green?
they're highly visible, but it's still...
No, they didn't replace the dark green. They replaced a kind of a creamy colour with
Oh,
bits
I
of
remember the
orange in it.
creamy
Yeah,
orange
yeah,
yolks.
they were hideous as well. Before that, there was green. Before that, there was orange. And before that, it was black and white. So I think, I can't understand how it's taken so long to come up with the blue. Anyway, you're happy with blue-coloured buses, Darren?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, apparently they are going to start rolling out on the streets from August onwards.
What do you think of this from Mary, right? Mary reckons the Dublin bus should be navy and sky blue Dublin colours, and the Pigeon House Tower should be painted the same. You can't change the colour of the towers, Mary. Calm down. Put your blue bucket away.
Well, paint the towers navy blue and...
Navy and blue.
Really?
That's what she says.
That would look really cool.
Adrian.
It would look
You
brilliant.
couldn't paint them navy and blue.
Why not?
It would look dreadful.
They're just sitting there
They're
anyway.
iconic Dublin landmarks
Yeah.
that are red and white.
I know, but why not colour them blue? This is Dublin.
You can't just paint everything blue. Like, remember that garish flag on the Halfpenny Bridge a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought
can't
that was
just
great
put
as
blue
well.
on everything.
Dave, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Dave?
Not too bad. How are you?
Dave, what were you going to say about the blue colours?
Is that not a presidential colour? The blue.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what
It is.
Darren was kind of touching on, that it's on a lot of the carpets and stuff in Leinster House. I think
Sure, check it out. I think it is.
the original colour of the Leinster flag, I think, was a gold harp on a blue flag. I think it might still be a gold harp on a blue flag.
Hang on, I'm checking that now. The presidential seal of Ireland. Hang on, let's have a look at this now. See. Oh, yeah, there's blue there as well. Oh, right. So blue is our colour.
Yeah, so I believe. Just an observation, anyway.
Yeah, the presidential seal is blue with a harp on it.
Yeah.
So, there you
That's
are.
what I said. We should rip down all this red in studio, make everything blue.
And
Anyway, lads.
you also have a good story for us, Dave.
Oh, I can't go on air. We'll find out in an hour how this is going to go. But this will be a good one for you.
Oh, this sounds interesting.
We'll know in the next hour. I can talk to you off air for a minute if you want.
Okay, Katie will call you back in a couple of minutes.
No problem. Thank
All
you.
right, fair
Bye.
play, Dave.
Bye-bye.
Thanks very much indeed. Okay, I think let me just have a look at our opinions. We were asking you to text yes or no. Yeah, yes is the overwhelming view. And blue is also the colour of Leinster rugby. It's a slightly
Blue is
different
the colour
shade of
of
blue.
Leinster rugby.
Yeah, it is.
They've absolutely shamelessly hopped on the Dublin bandwagon. I've been at Leinster games and I hear them chanting, "Come on, you boys in blue."
Oh,
And it just
really?
makes my skin crawl.
Oh, no, really?
It's
Just
not right, yeah.
Is that a thing?
It is. And you know what they call the RDS?
No.
The D Fortress.
Really?
They actually do. I'm embarrassed for Leinster rugby.
Sorry, at a Leinster match, they now shout, "Come on, you boys in blue."
Oh, yeah. They've completely hijacked it. They think they're the boys in blue.
No, the Dubs are. Now, I know they are blue, but anyway, yes. So blue is, I think everybody agrees, is an acceptable new colour for our buses. Yeah? Okay, thank you.
I'm happy with blue.
Yeah, okay.
It's better than dehydrated urine yellow.
Yeah, I have to say I agree. I've never liked the colour of the buses as they are, yellow and nearly all yellow and a bit of blue at the bottom. Yeah, okay. Now, Darren, you have a story that's bothering you.
Adrian, how do you plan on spending your Saturday?
I plan spending my Saturday driving home from Cork.
Driving home from Cork.
Yep.
If I told you I have a special ticket here for €75, what do you think that €75 would get you?
I would have thought it'd get me maybe a 3-course meal and a glass of wine. Would it? No?
It will get you, Adrian, at the Conrad Hotel, a 5-star Conrad Hotel. It'll get you some nibbles, some brunch, some bubbles, and a big screen to watch the royal wedding.
No.
Yes, a website is running a special royal wedding party. Evoke.ie, the name of the website. Their panel of celebrity experts will commentate on the wedding, and all you have to do is give them 75 quid for a ticket. And you too could watch the royal wedding on a television in a hotel for just €75.
So the Conrad is being used. They'll have a big screen, and for your €75, you get what?
Bubbles,
Yeah.
brunch. Bubbles, brunch, and Brendan Courtney. You don't get to bring him home at the end, but
And what, Brendan Courtney commentating on the wedding or something?
he'll talk to you about it.
Really?
Maybe he'll comment. You see there, Prince Harry wearing his lovely shoes, spit shine to perfection.
And you're telling me that people will spend €75 buying tickets for this event?
Well,
Now,
that's,
I do
that's
know.
what they believe.
Is there anybody who would actually go to something like that? Is there anybody? I know we did talk about this a couple of weeks ago about people who are into the royal wedding, but seriously, nobody is going to pay to go to that, are they? Are they actually? Unless they happen to be tourists from England or something.
I try
Maybe
not to
they
be
might go.
judgmental. Whatever anyone's into, but €75 to watch British people get married on television.
Now, like I said, if you're an English tourist and you happen to be in Dublin on Saturday, you might want to watch it.
Why?
If
Why
you-
would you want to watch it, even if you're from England? I don't understand.
It's going to be the most watched
I'm going
television
to
event of
spend
the
what
year.
little money I have to watch rich people tie the knot.
It's going to be the most watched television event of the year.
It's absolutely obscene.
What's obscene about it?
Why would Irish people have any interest? It's some kind of weird inferiority complex. We want the British to like us, so we're going to get interested in their wedding.
Is that what it is?
Well, imagine the embarrassment of getting dressed up, spending €75 and then saying, someone asks, "Where are you off to?" "I'm going to a hotel to watch a wedding on telly." Mortifying.
It is a little bit. 75 quid to go and watch the royal wedding in the Conrad Hotel this Saturday. You'll be treated to brunch, a glass of champagne, where you can toast the lovely couple, and then the lovely Brendan Courtney commentating on it.
The lovely couple in a different country who are part of the royal family. Let me just read you out the advert.
Go on.
Royal wedding screening. Hear ye, hear ye. Saturday, May 19th, 2018, the Conrad Hotel. Grab your friends for brunch and bubbles at the 5-star Conrad Hotel. Our celebrity panel will be reviewing the event live on the big screen. Guests will be treated to luxury goodie bags, beauty treats, and lots of prizes on the day. Attire, dress to impress. Maybe the surprise will be called off. That'd be a great surprise.
How bizarre is that?
I can't fathom who would be stupid enough to spend €75 to watch someone else's wedding in a hotel in a different country.
Okay, if anybody would be interested in something like that, let us know. Would you spend €75 to watch the royal wedding on Saturday? But like I said, whether you like it or not, Darren, it will be one of the most viewed television events this year, without a shadow of a doubt.
Look, if you really want to watch it, do what you want. Put on your television. But like €75 to watch it in a hotel is, for me, I just can't possibly imagine what kind of person would have any interest in that. I would love to hear from someone who could honestly tell me that is a good way to spend a Saturday.
By the way, well, okay, what's your feeling on the fact that RTE are showing the wedding?
I can't understand it. I don't understand.
Maura Duran is going to be commentating on it. It's going to be on the television live on Saturday.
Are we that desperate for attention? We're just absolute Britlickers.
Really?
Please look at us, England, look. We're still loyal subjects. Ugh, sickening.
So do you find it sickening that people might watch this wedding?
No. They can watch it. Why not watch it on ITV? If you want to watch it, fine. Knock yourself out. It's a free country. But why do RTE have to facilitate people to watch a British royal wedding?
Okay, I'd love to hear from you. Text or WhatsApp your opinion on that on 0877 98 98 98. 0877 98 98 98. Alan claims, you might know the answer to this, Darren, just back to Leinster rugby being blue and all that, yeah? Alan claims that at Leinster matches they say, "Come on, you guys in blue." And at the Dublin matches we say, "Come on, you boys in blue." Is that true?
I don't think so. I was at the Leinster semi-final at the Aviva Stadium, and everyone around me was saying, "Come on, you boys in blue."
It's not guys, no? Come on, you guys in blue.
Come on, you boys in blue. No.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. Text or WhatsApp 0877 98 98 98. Why would you even want to watch this wedding when it's a wedding that the bride's father can't even be bothered going to? It's a fair point.
That's a very fair point.
It is a fair point. What's his deal? What's going on there?
Someone is calling me out. I said I try not to be judgmental, but we have a bit of an inferiority complex. What a knob. I think that's directed at me. We do have a bit of an inferiority complex. Why else would we be obsessed with the former governing power and impressing them 100 years later?
All right, text or WhatsApp 0877 98 98 98. Now, after the break, I want to find out if you're somebody who still, despite years of it being illegal, still uses your mobile phone when you are driving. Because a road safety officer is calling for Ireland to roll out new speed cameras that will also catch drivers using their mobile phones behind the wheel. And it's off the back of a recent survey which found that 1 in 12 Irish motorists still use their mobile phone while driving on an open road on at least an occasional basis. The AA's Conor Faulkland has said the phone use by Irish drivers is at ridiculously high levels. And we want to find out, is he right? Are these cameras a good idea? Do you do it? Call us right now on 6797 981. Not if you're driving, I have to stress, okay? Not if you're driving. But I would love to hear from you if you are somebody who still, despite years of being told not to, who still uses your mobile phone while you're driving. Text or WhatsApp 0877 98 98 98. Now, just to the royal wedding on Saturday. Alan, you're going to Mallorca on Saturday.
I am indeed. We're off on a week's holidays this Saturday. Adrian, yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so are you leaving early in the morning?
Yeah, the flight's at, I think the flight's about 5:30 in the morning.
Okay, so you're flying out at stupid o'clock and heading straight to Mallorca, but you have a plan for when you get there.
We have a plan, check into the hotel, get rid of the luggage, freshen up, and straight down to the beachfront into a little bar that we go when we go to Calabonna. And we'll be watching the wedding there. It's an English guy owns the pub.
Yeah.
And we'll be watching the wedding live as it's happening. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
So you're going to someone's wedding in Spain?
No. They're going to Spain on a holiday, and they're going to watch the wedding from England in the bar in Spain.
Sorry, explain that again. You're going to Spain to a wedding, and you're going to watch...
No, he's going to Spain on a holiday.
And
We're going on our holidays to Mallorca on a holiday, and we're going to watch on the television, on the telly box, watch the wedding live as it's happening.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong? What's wrong with you? So for the last royal wedding, when the other brother got married a few years ago, we had a royal wedding party. It was formal wear. We dressed up in tuxes, the ladies in evening gowns.
So wait,
had red carpet.
You're taking the piss.
Are you related to the royal family?
No, not related. And I kid you not, Adrian, I'll send you photographs if you like. We had a red carpet going up the driveway for people when they arrived for the royal wedding that we were having, the royal wedding party. We had red carpet. They were greeted with glasses of champagne, and we had finger food, and we were watching the wedding live on television, and we had a royal wedding watching party, if that makes sense.
He's taking the piss out of us.
You have to be, Alan.
I kid you not, Adrian, and I'll send you in some of the photographs.
Will you? Yeah, send me
some
some in on WhatsApp. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Can I ask why you did that, Alan? Are you a Britlicker?
No, not a Britlicker. No, I'm a green person, green blood running through my veins. But I mean, the new generation of royals are a lot nicer and a lot more modern than the older generation.
I wouldn't disagree with that. To a point, though.
Yeah. So what's wrong with that?
And so you literally had a party for William and Kate's wedding a couple of years ago. Red carpet, everyone dressed up and everything else.
Yeah. Now, when I say red carpet, I went down to Des Kelly's and got an LP, The Remnant. I think it cost me a tenner.
Des Kelly has a lot to answer for if he's funding your parties.
It was just the right size carpet to go from the gate up to the front door on the pavement up the driveway.
That's hilarious. And what did the neighbours think of this?
Yeah, the neighbours thought it was great fun. A couple of them came along and joined in for the crack. Just a bit of fun.
And then you showed the wedding on your telly, and everyone
We had the wedding on the television, yeah.
And you were toasting the bride and groom?
With glasses of champagne. Well, glasses of Prosecco, but yeah, we did indeed.
And if you were still here, if you weren't away this weekend, you'd be doing the same thing?
Yeah, I'd only said it to Maria there 2 weeks ago. They were talking about the royal wedding coming on, and I said to her, we'll have a royal wedding party for when the wedding is on. And lo and behold, it happens to be on the 19th, and we're flying out on the 19th. So that's Cooper, that plans. So we're just going to watch it in a bar over in Mallorca.
That's hilarious, that is. Unbelievable. Right, so how much did the last party cost you?
I don't know if it even cost 100 quid.
100 quid too much.
100 quid too much. And a bit of finger food.
And if you were here, would you pay 75 quid to go to the Conrad?
I wouldn't pay 75 quid to go to Conrad. I'd have a party in the house and invite a few people over.
Right.
So and would they turn up?
Of course they turn up.
How many was at that party the last time?
Probably about 10 or 12.
Oh, right. That's enough, isn't it?
Should everybody love the wedding?
Right, well, enjoy the wedding on Saturday in the bar in Mallorca.
I will, and I'll enjoy the holiday as well.
Fair play. All right, good man, Alan. Thanks very much.
All right.
As a woman getting wed next year, please get this royal wedding done with. I'm sick of seeing all the trends of, ooh, what would Meghan wear? And, ooh, she might wear this tiara and stuff. Stop stealing my wedding glow, Meghan. Chop, and get it done on Saturday and bye. And nope, I won't be spending €75 to watch them get wed. I'd rather spend the €75 on my own wedding, says Ling.
I'm genuinely flabbergasted. I'm not sure if people are pretending to be interested because everyone else is, or whether they're generally interested.
Well, he sounded genuinely interested.
He was mad for it.
Vinny!
Yeah?
You think watching English football is the same as watching this wedding?
Pretty much, yeah. It's the same thing. Why would you watch a wedding and why would you watch English football? If you're going to complain about it, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, so if you watch English football, don't be complaining about people watching the royal wedding.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fair point. If Meghan breaks down the aisle at 50 miles an hour, whips in a great cross for Harry to nod in at the back post, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, so it's completely different.
It is a little bit different, but anyway,
If
thanks.
the Queen does an overhead bicycle kick, maybe.
Finally, what is wrong with people supporting an English wedding? Are they forgetting what they did to us and are still doing to this very day? Says that message. It's 98FM's Dublin Talks. After the break, do you still use your mobile phone while driving? It's Wednesday's Dublin Talks. This is 98FM. I'm Adrian Kennedy, and that man there is Darren Cleary. A road safety officer is calling for Ireland to roll out new speed cameras that will catch drivers using their mobile phones behind the wheel. It's off the back of a recent survey that found 1 in 12 motorists in Ireland use their phone while driving on an open road on at least an occasional basis. Now, I happen to believe that figure is much higher than 1 in 12. I think it's become one of those socially unacceptable things to do, but I do believe more than 1 in 12 drivers are using their phone while they're driving. In fact, I asked in the office only in the last 24 hours about this, and most people admitted to doing it at least sometimes. Not 1 in 12. Most people that I asked admitted to doing it at least sometimes. I want to find out whether or not you support these cameras that will be placed kind of high up, looking down into your car, and will take photographs of you. And if you have your mobile phone in your hand, bang, you're gone. Good luck. So I want you to admit to us if you actually do it. Do you drive your car while using your mobile phone? In the last 24 hours, most people I asked about this admitted that they do. And they're being honest. I don't believe that figure of 1 in 12. I think it's an awful lot higher.
You can admire the honesty, but how do people not know in this day and age that it's something you really shouldn't do?
Okay, here's your opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to be really honest. And when we ring you back, answer your phone. I want you to text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. And here's the question I want to ask. In the last month, have you used your mobile phone while driving? Now, when I say using it, I'm talking about using it for anything. To send a text, to make a call, to go onto Facebook, to take a selfie, whatever. To play music, but having your mobile phone in your hand is against the law. So, in the last month, now, and I want you to be honest, I want you to text yes or no. In the last month, have you used your mobile phone while driving? Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98, because I really don't believe that 1 in 12 figure. I believe it's a lot higher than that.
I'd love to hear from passengers as well, because what do you do if you're in the car with someone, say you're getting a lift home or getting a lift somewhere, and they take out their phone and start using it?
Do you tell them to put it away?
Do you tell them to put it away? Do you sit there quietly? Have you ever been in that position? What would you do? What should you do?
You see, I believe anybody who says they've never done it is lying. I really do. You might not do it regularly, but you've done it. Text yes or no. Here's the question. In the last month, have you used your mobile phone while driving for any purpose whatsoever? Because it is illegal to just have it in your hand. Okay? So for whatever reason, have you done it? Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. Be honest. Okay? None of this PC rubbish. We all know we shouldn't be doing it. So, when we're asked that question, oh no, I don't do it. I'm really good. Tell the truth. Text yes or no to 0877 98 98, because the recent survey showed that 1 in 12 motorists do it, even occasionally. I don't believe that. I believe it's a much higher figure than that.
That's the part I can't wrap my head around, Adrian. People know it's wrong, so they lie about it when they're asked.
Yeah.
They know they shouldn't be doing it.
And that's
they know
why
it's really dangerous.
that's why I'm asking our listeners to be honest with us. Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. Have you, be honest, used your mobile phone in the last month while driving? Okay? Literally in the last 4 weeks. Now, let me go to Paul. You're on 98 FM. How are you, Paul?
Very well, thank you.
Now, Paul,
Yes.
you are a taxi man,
Yes.
and you do it regularly.
Not regularly, but I have done. Only this morning I've done it.
Okay, so in answer to my question, in the last month, have you used your mobile phone? Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And why? Why are you using it? Why do you need to? And why are you? Well, you're not going to lose your license, but why are you risking penalty points over this?
I have 3 for the very reason that already. On the Bachelor's Walk one day by Garda. sometimes it's business calls, Adrian. Sometimes it's somebody booking me. And
have you not got a Bluetooth set?
I haven't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't. And I know it's stupid. I know it's wrong, but I've done it, and I will hold my hand up in a minute.
So you're out driving morning, noon, and night. If you're a taxi man, your license is very important to you. You've already gotten points for using your phone.
Yeah.
So why haven't you got a Bluetooth set in your car? Why haven't you got your phone in a cradle?
Because no, there is no excuse.
There is no answer.
No excuse.
Yeah.
Can I ask,
absolutely.
right, you're a professional, your profession involves driving.
Yes.
Is it professional to act in that way?
I wouldn't say so, Darren. No.
So are you going to
I
change? Because I admire the honesty and fair play to you, because a lot of people have just completely lied about this. And people know it's wrong. They are smart enough to know I should lie about this because it's not socially acceptable. It's not legally acceptable. But will you change your ways? Will you stop doing it?
Darren, I'll be honest. No.
And you see, here's the thing, Darren, and I'm going to give you the results of that poll in a second. I believe that an awful lot of people still, in fact, I know they do. I absolutely know they do. And would you agree with me that that figure from a recent survey that showed 1 in 12 motorists are doing it? It's a lot higher than that, isn't it?
It is. If I'm driving around the city centre, Adrian, I know for a fact. If I'm driving the city centre and driving the outskirts, I wouldn't say I know for a fact, but I would say for a fact, if I can put it that way, that the figure would be at least 3 in 10, not 1 in 12. Yeah,
okay, well, hang on. Let's keep that poll going for a second. Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. In the last month, have you used your mobile phone while driving? And what I mean by using it is even have it in your hand while you're driving, because that is illegal and that's what you can get done for. Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. If you're somebody who has used, the answer is, or the question is, have you used your mobile phone in the last month? Text yes or no to 0877 98 98 98. Peter, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Peter?
Adrian, Darren, how are you getting on, lads?
Good, thanks, Peter. You're admitting that you do it regularly as well.
Yeah, I do indeed. Look, I think anybody that says they don't is basically full of crap, to be honest with you. Because, and that figure, what you say was 1 in 12?
Yeah, go on.
I'd say it's about 1 in 4. I constantly see it all the time.
Well, I would say that figure is more realistic. I have to be honest.
Absolutely.
1 in 12 is what, 8%? No, it's definitely more. It's definitely more than 8%.
Because like I do it myself. Like, and I was just saying to Katie there on the phone, I could be sitting in a set of traffic lights and pick my phone up out of pure habit and boredom, and just pick it up and just have a quick look, and then off I go.
Have you ever been caught?
No. And thank God, and I keep my fingers crossed I don't. But I do try my best not to. But same again, it just becomes something, to keep you occupied. And it's terrible to say it, but that's. And
do you have do you have Bluetooth in your car?
See, now there's the difference though. I won't answer my phone. I have got Bluetooth, so I use the Bluetooth if somebody rings me.
Right. Okay. So if you're on the phone, you'll use the Bluetooth, which is fine.
I do, because it's connected directly. First thing in the morning, I have my Bluetooth set up, so I literally get into the van.
And it automatically connects to it.
It automatically connects to it. So any phone call that comes through, that's that. But I don't text while I drive. I think that's just as bad as drink driving.
And are you going to change your ways? You know how dangerous it is.
Probably not, Darren. Probably not. And that's been 100% honest.
And this is exactly what I want people to be, is 100% honest. And you are being honest that you're not going to change.
It's not that I'm forcefully saying I'm not going to change it because I don't want to. It's a fact that it's just probably just not going to happen. You know what I mean? And like I said, I drive, like that taxi driver beforehand, I drive for a living and I constantly see it everywhere. It's not a case that I go, oh Jesus, there's somebody that's on the phone. Oh, that's rare. It's not, it's literally every corner you turn, somebody's nearly on a phone.
Okay, well I asked our listeners to be honest, okay? And answer the question for us. In the last month, have you used your mobile phone while driving? Darren, what do you think that's going to show us?
I think it's going to be overwhelmingly yes.
It is overwhelmingly yes.
Yeah, I would say about 85%.
76% of people said yes, they have used their mobile phone while driving in the last month. 76%. That survey, I think it was an AA survey or whatever it was, said 8%. I knew it was much higher than that. I'm absolutely certain it's much higher than that. Even if it's not as high as 76%. But our poll there, just a
Is it as
snapshot
dangerous
poll.
as drink driving?
Depends on what you're doing.
I would think anything that impairs your
You're sending a
judgment.
text. In fact, it's bizarre. We quite often get texts into this show. Please don't ring me as I'm driving, and they go and
As they've texted in.
as they've texted in.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre. It has to be said. But yeah, 76% of our listeners have admitted that they in the last month have used their phone while they're driving, which is exactly what I thought it would be. My son was fined €80 and given 3 penalty points for having his phone in his hand, says Darren, and that is the law. That's what you're facing.
I think they should double the penalty points and actually discourage people from doing it, because if you risk getting caught twice and losing your license, I think that would definitely make a lot of people stand up and say, okay, I really shouldn't do this. I'm really running the risk here of getting put off the road.
People, yeah, I agree with you. But no, it has been up to 3 penalty points. It used to be 2. Somebody else texted in to say, oh, in fact, that's you, Andy, who sent in this message. You are a motorcyclist.
Yep.
And you see this every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
And would you agree that the survey that I was quoting earlier on said that 8% of motorists do it? It's a lot higher than 8%, isn't it?
Definitely. I would say the other guy that was on the 1 in 4 is definitely more after that. At least every 4th car or 5th car I come across, coming or going to work, I see every day.
Yeah.
And you're on a motorbike.
Yeah. So I see it straight into the car. I can look straight in on top of them. They're on Facebook, they're texting, they're doing something, they're on the phone talking.
And have you ever nearly had an accident with one of these people? Have they ever done something stupid on the road?
No, I've nearly had a few accidents, all right, but I don't know whether it's down to them being on the phone or not. I mean, I have very little time, I should know, on a bike, but I just have to react.
That is the danger of it. All right. Anyway, 76% is what our poll said. The original poll I was quoting said 8%. Somewhere in the middle is probably the truth. It's definitely a lot of people are still using their mobile phones.
I just can't understand why people are unashamedly doing it. You know it's wrong. You know it's dangerous.
Because you don't get... If you're sitting in traffic driving around town, or sitting on the M50 when it's like a car park, as that caller a minute ago said, you're bored, you've nothing else to do. And that's what a lot of people are doing.
Can you be honest for a moment?
Yes, go on.
Have you used your phone in the last month?
I'll be half on it. Well, no, I'll be
fully honest.
Okay.
You've asked everyone else
I'll
to
tell
be
you
honest. It's only fair.
What is against the law? It is against the law to hold your phone in your hand.
While operating a vehicle, when there's
Correct.
keys in the ignition.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
No.
So what have you done?
I have my phone in a cradle on the windscreen.
Okay.
So it's never in my hand. It's always in the cradle. But if I were to tell you that I haven't touched it while it's in the cradle, I'd be lying. So
touch the screen, you mean?
So I have used my mobile phone, but it's never been in my hand because it's always in the cradle.
Okay, well that's different, because taxi drivers use that for their taxi apps and delivery drivers and sat-nav, so that's a bit different.
All right, Darren, thanks very much indeed. This is 98FM's Dublin Talks.
98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy.
Weekdays from 10 a.m. on 98FM.